Good morning, everybody. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. So I had a surprise this morning. I'm watering over there and I was fussing at myself because remember how I said never buy one tree? So I have a, what is this? Fuyu persimmon that I bought. Let me take these straps off. And there was only one left, so I only got one. I'll try to get another one from another store because they were closing their garden center. HEB here was closing their garden center. Downsizing it to probably nothing. So I got the last one. It was 50% off. So it ran me, well, it was expensive. It was still expensive. Persimmons are not cheap. So you remember how I talk about never, ever, ever buy a tree, one tree. Because, and you know, on the label, it may say you can have one and it'll still produce. Well, it produces better if you have two, a pollinator. The tree may produce, example, I had this peach tree. I've had it for about 18 years and it was the only tree here and it produces fruit. Although I don't like the fruit, it's a little bitter. So here it is. See that? That was the only peach tree that survived. It died back and it came back. That's why it's so bushy. But this thing is about 18 years old. It's been here a long time. And every year I get peaches on it. But I don't like the peaches, so I guess that doesn't count for much, does it? So I bought some pear trees, and I told you I bought a Shinseki pear, which is right, not get in the water, which is right there. That little one, that's a Shinseki pear, and that's the only one I bought. You know, I was being cheap because it was like $60. I should have bought it though, because when it comes back in stock, it's probably going to be more. That's just how my luck goes. So I was looking around today and I bought two others. There's an Ayers pear I got from Walmart. Somebody was hiding it. It was like $50. Somebody was hiding it. It might have been less than that. Somebody was hiding it in the back of the garden center. There was two of them and they were way in the back, right? So I dug them out. So here's one, right? Still staking this one up because it doesn't want to stand up straight. And then right there, this is like pear and lemon lane. The lemons don't make it, then the pears will. So here's the other one. I bought both of these from Walmart and they're doing just fine. So before that, I went to a supply store, right? And they had bare roots trees. Right, and I've had some bad experiences with bare roots trees because I thought that you could take a bare roots tree and put it directly in the ground. That don't work. And if you leave it in the pot too long, that also doesn't work. You have to, I believe that you should put them in a bucket for about 5 to 6 months or until they start busting out like those ones I got from Willis Orchard. They were ready to come out. As a matter of fact, I got a couple more I need to put in the ground. But I had I had two peach trees and one dried out because I went on vacation. I came back and there was only one left. So that little one right there is a bare roots tree. And it's been struggling for years. So I think this year I'm going to give it special attention because the drought gets it and then the winter gets it. So I'm gonna fix this one. You can see from the leaves that it's a peach tree. I probably have another one over there that I bought from Willis Orchard that I need to get in the ground. But look at that. Look at the leaves, right? You'll know what your stuff is by the leaves. See that? That's a peach. Just like this is a peach. See that? So now this thing has a pollinator, but it doesn't need one. The peaches, maybe one of my neighbors have a peach tree and it'll just grow. But I was like, okay. So with the pears, back to the pears. I found out that you have to have more than one pear, especially if you want fruit. I have two flowering pears and I don't know if that counts. I don't think they're the same one. They're the same. They've never produced anything and I have two of them. I bought those, 20 years ago. So this bench around here, was this a bare bare roots? No. I think these were in containers. I bought them from the big box store. Here's one here. Actually, I bought one and the builder had one in the front yard. Oh, and I'm glad I came back here because something's going on with this tree. Something is going on. Look at this. I'm gonna have to treat it. I think I got some treatment in there. I don't know if it's webworm. Webworm likes to attack the flowering pear. So I'll treat this tree with some, I don't know, I got some tree treatment for diseases because it doesn't look good. I'm glad I came back here. There's always a reason. But this is one of the flowering pears. And the builder put another one. I didn't know when I was buying it. I was like, oh, that's a pretty pear. You know, they showed a picture of all the little white flowers on it. But it's not. I don't think it's truly a pear. It's never produced any pears. All it does is look beautiful. That's it. It has these beautiful white. It turns almost completely white with flowers at the beginning of spring. And I love the way it looks. So I don't think that counts as a pear. So I bought a pear tree from the tractor store, right? And I only bought one because I read the label and the label said that you only needed one. You didn't need a pollinator. Although the people in the store tried to tell me, why don't you just buy two? And they don't run very much. It was like 15 bucks. I should have bought two. And after that happened, I never saw any of the pear trees that looked like they were vibrant in the store. I mean, the one that I had already had a shoot on it. I like to see green when I buy these bare roots normally, unless I'm getting them online. So I didn't see any shipments after that looked like anything I wanted to buy. I was always afraid that, hey, that thing does not look alive. Even when I did the scratch test, it was just all brown. So I've never gotten another pear tree from there yet. I need to get another one. So as I just said, I have two Ayers pears, and I don't remember what the one at the Tractor Supply was because you know I take my tags off and I just couldn't remember. I do know that this thing flowered early spring, and the only other trees that were flowering were the flowering pears. There's the one the builder built. That big tree right there, just beyond that one, the highest one, that's flowering pear. So I have two flowering pears. So I was mad at myself because I bought this bare roots tree. It survived, and I think it's on year 2 or 3 now. And I can't find a pollinator. So I bought the Ayers pears thinking that maybe the Ayers pears would help it out because it's a pear tree. Well, they didn't flower at the same time. All pear trees do not flower at the same time. So now I'm upset, right? Because the only thing that's flowering is the flowering pear, which is not really a pear tree, and that thing right there, right? Well, I'm watering, right? Let me show you what I found. So something made me look up because I was looking at the sprinklers to make sure that the sprinkler was doing what the sprinkler is supposed to do. And look what I found. I have 2 pears on here. You go around so you can see it. There's one, and there's another one. Word on the street is that some people never get pears, and it's because you need a pollinator. I don't know how I got so lucky. Maybe the flowering pears did it. Maybe the tag was actually correct. Maybe that's why I only got 2, because there was a whole bunch of flowers on here. That was a bare roots tree. And it's producing, and it's pears. Pears are hard. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I've only had one bare roots tree that didn't make it. And this is it right here. What is this thing? I have to buy another one. That's why I'm keeping it here so I could remember to reorder a Santa Rosa plum. Yeah, it didn't make it. It's completely brown. I think this is a weed that's coming up. So anyway, let me pull this up. This is a weed. At least I think it is. Let me leave it alone. It looked like it wanted to attach. It was attached to that root. So all I have to say is sometimes the label is correct. Sometimes you get lucky and you get fruit when you don't buy a pollinator. Although that tree, that tree was full of fruit and only got two, but I'm grateful for the two. Next time I see some in the store, in the same store, in the tractor store, I'll go ahead and get another one. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though, because I have too many trees over here. Maybe I could put it over here, or maybe I could put it where that garden is, where the raggedy garden is. I'm gonna move this thing and go somewhere else, or I'm just gonna use the other side. Weeds always come up over here, and then it's full of jakes. Jake likes it over there because of that bush. Anyway, I digress. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. Go ahead and plant your bare roots trees in a pot. That's what I did with that one for a couple of months. I was saying 6, but they don't seem to last 6. I say about 3 or 4 months until the roots, not the main roots, because all you're gonna get is a big root on a bare roots tree. You're gonna get a big old root, and you're not gonna get any of the spot. You have arteries, and then we have veins. You're not gonna get any veins. You're just gonna get the arteries. So you have to wait. Put it in a pot where you can, you can take care of it, and you can monitor it more, and you know what you're putting in there. You put fertilizer in there, and you don't have to worry about it running off into some other piece of the land, right? So I put them into containers or pails, and then after a couple of months I put them in the ground. I have almost always had success. I don't know why. I think I went on vacation and that one didn't get any water. I don't know. Or maybe it was just a bad tree. I don't know. But most of the bare roots work. These are all bare roots with the exception of the banana bushes that need to be upplanted. All of these. All of them are bare roots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna have to put these somewhere else. I'm running out of land, I'm telling y'all. But these are all bare roots trees, and as you can see, they're all green and they're all growing. Let me move this out of the way so you get a good look. My basil was giving out on me, but here are all bare roots trees. You can tell I put them all in pots, recycled pots that I had. I just used whatever I had to get them going, with the exception of the avocado trees. Those are those were bought in pots, and they're not doing well. I'm gonna put these avocados in the ground. I wasn't going to, but I'm gonna do it. But yeah, everything is doing what it's supposed to do. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life, and this is my surprise for today. My bare roots pear tree. I don't know what kind, don't ask me. Fruited, and this is year 2, or maybe is it 3? Time just flies. Might be 3, 2 or 3. It fruited. That's all I care about, because I was like, oh my gosh, I spent all this money on all these pear trees and I'm not gonna get any fruit. There it is. Bye, y'all.